Hello everybody, it's Bee from Bespoke Crafts. Welcome to my channel and I hope you're going to enjoy this video. Today I'm going to make a card using the flowers and butterflies from Tim Holtz Sizzix dies, and the numbers are on the screen as you see them now. Please like and subscribe my video. All subscriptions and likes are greatly appreciated. What I've decided to do was go through my bit boxes and find different dies that I could use to make a card. I've got a drawer full of different parts, different dies all made up. So I thought I'd utilise them today to make the card. So I've got the flowers. That piece of card there, that butterfly, it's a new stencil that I got the other day. I think I got it off Temu. I'm not that keen on it. These are sentiment strips that I'm going to be using, possibly, not sure. So because I don't like that die, I think it's probably the colours that I don't like. I'm going to flip the card over. I might also use this Pete Hughes Thinlits die, and it's 666524. These are little background dies. So here we have a Sizzix Tim Holtz Crazy Birds. I think there's 4 or 5 of them in the set. They're all different and they all layer up. You can't tell on that one, but I put a monocle on it. So I'm also going to be using Distress Oxides, and the colours that I'm going to be using are Worn Lipstick, Evergreen Boa, and Weathered Wood. I've decided to use the card base of a 4x8 inch, and I'm going to do it in portrait. And there's the card base, and the card itself is coming up. I make them all myself from a linen cardstock that I get either from Craft Stash or Amazon, which is where I got this last stock through from, because Craft Stash had run out. But it's a good quality card stock, and I think it's about 250 GSM, so it's a good thick card. So I'm actually going to smush down on my glass mat, a little bit of water, a little bit of plastic, and I'm just going to smush the colour on. Now when you're applying these particular Distress Oxides, you can only just see the colours on there. I only want it light, but it's better if you dry each layer off, because the colours then layer better on top of each other. So now we are going in with the Evergreen Boa. I think that's how you pronounce it. Bit of a clean up, and then the Weathered Wood. It's very similar to the background I used for the last card that I made, but obviously different colours. So there you go, that's what that looks like. The camera never gives it justice. The colours do really, really look lovely together. So we're having a bit of a clean up there, a bit of a dry up. Excuse me sniffing, I've woken up with a cold this morning, sore throat. So now this die is absolutely brilliant. I first saw, I think it was Deb Hallett use it, and it's a Spellbinders, and it's called Snowflake Wishes, and it's by Bibi Cameron, and it's got 27 little stamps on it and 4 cutting dies, which I'll be showing there a little bit later on. Here I'm rummaging through my gummy pan stamps, because I want to find a nice background for the card, just to add a little bit more texture to it. Sorry about that, I just had to pause the voiceover just for a second or two. So here I am going through, as I said, my Gummiapan stamps. These haven't got backings on them, so you do have to either, well, I'm going to use these at the moment by just using my hand, but I use a bit of Pritt stick on a block to stick them down. So I'm going to use the weathered wood and put very light backgrounds on it, and it literally is just text. You can see it. Obviously you can see I just want to put it on. No. But it just adds that little bit more texture, a little bit more interest to the back of the card. And doing it this way, you don't have to put all of the stamp on and what have you. So I'm going to give them a bit of a clean up, pop them back in the packaging. You can hear Bella underneath me now, woken up. So now I'm deciding on the placement, what I'm actually going to do, how I'm going to do it. These butterflies really are beautiful. They're layered up, and they're just gorgeous. Can't speak of them enough. They are very lovely. Just looking which of the flowers that I'm going to use. I can spend ages doing this. In fact, to put the whole card together from start to finish, I think it must have taken about maybe 45 minutes. And with editing and cutting it down and speeding bits up, I've got it down to 17.5 minutes, just over. That's Bella just walking out the room. That little butterfly that I've just put down to the left hand side, that's a little Gummiapan butterfly, which again is so lovely, but I wanted something a little bit bigger. So again, looking at placement. Actually seeing that leaf in, I've taken it out. I didn't use it in the end. I wish I had done, because I think the colour's nice with it. It complemented it. It just brought the card just to a slightly different level. And I'm going back to these Spellbinders Stamp and Dies. They really are beautiful. And I couldn't get them off Spellbinders. I ended up getting them off Amazon. But they were quite a while coming, and this was the last one that I had. Has it got a number on it? Just if you're interested in it. It's just got the number, letters and number SDS185. But it's got wishing you, believe, sorry about the rattling, sending, wishing you, believe, and just a little banner. But they look really nice when they're layered up. I'll pull that down again now, sorry about the rattling. Now this is my bestest. This is my little Colourlock Create printer. We don't have a big printer, and I run it on the app either on my phone or my iPad. And that was Merlin, sorry. And you can put anything in this little printer, and it prints off in all different colours. I'm trying to show you there, so you have to obviously connect it and write your sentiment or whatever you want on your card, and then you just send it to it. I generally just edit what I've got on there, but you can go online and find different sentiments and images to put on it as well. But it is a really, really good little machine. Not the cheapest, but it's cracking. It works for me really, really well. I have a small thermal one for when I'm doing my resin art, for printing personalised whatever anybody wants. It's as well, you've got a variety of different fonts that you can use, and I'm sure as well you can put your own fonts on it onto your phone, as the same as you would on a laptop or your iPad. Well, you can actually, because I've done it on my iPad. So there we go. It really is quick. You change the size of your font, you change the size of the font that you want. Do you want it bold, centered, left, right? Alignment, it's got a grid on there as well, so you can work it out. You know, the exact placing that you want. You can have 1, 2 or 3 lines on it. I'm just making sure that the font sits with the right way that I want it to look on the card, obviously. Just getting it right. I'm spending a bit too much time on this, but it's got to look right. It really is good. So Collop do a variety of different little hand printers, and the cartridges last a while as well. I think the cartridge, this is my second cartridge, and I think I've maybe had it in the machine 18 months, something like that, and I use it all the time. I really should have fast forwarded this bit. I do apologise for this. Oh, there we go. I've saved it and I've sent it. You can see it flashing up on the screen, on the printer now. So there's my little piece of paper that I'm going to be using. I'm using the same cardstock as the card's made out of. That's my guide to make sure it's all straight. And here we go. Done. Turn it straight off when I've finished using it. And there you go. I really do use it all the time. It really was a good investment that I made. Pop that all away, and we're going to start building the card up now. So I'm going to cut it down to size. I'm going to pop it on a backing as well. Sorry about that ring light as well. You just can't do anything about the ring lights. That's the best position for me to have it. It's just slightly to the back of my glass mat, just tilted towards me. So I'm going to use some 3D pads just to make it the flowers sit up a little bit, be a little bit proud, a bit more dimension. And this is the glue that I use all the time. It's Creative Craft Products, and it's the bookbinding glue. I decant it into this little bottle with a really fine tip nozzle. Well, you have seen with them on previous videos, hopefully, that I've made. Then when I'm using the Tim Holtz dies or any other dies with really tiny pieces, this is ideal for it. These little bottles, and I think again I got them off Temu or Amazon. Now just sorting my backing plate out. How much time do we spend making sure all the tiny little bits are right when you're going to make a card? And and I'm sure there's only card makers appreciate all the tiny little bits that you put into it that do take the time. The good thing about this glue as well, it's so strong. When I'm not going to put a backing on this, I'm just going to put it straight onto the card base, is that it sticks really well. And if you need to, which I do need to on this one, I've stuck it down and it's just not sitting right, I'm able to take it and realign it again. And applying it with that thin nozzle, you actually don't need a lot. And it sticks down. So just take the backers off my foam pads. And as well, I will put a little bit of glue on each of the foam pads just to give that extra security. And I'll put a little bit of the glue in the centre so that the centre does sit down onto the card base itself, so the petals are raised up a little bit. You see how little I'm using. Just position it to make sure that it's not over the side of the base, so it sits in the envelope okay. But even if it didn't do that, I would snip off the edges, because I don't mind that. I actually quite like it if you snip the edges off. I'm going to leave this one flat. I want it to sit underneath the main focus flower. I'm just thinking now, as I'm looking at the card, I've got it behind me, I've got it in my hand now. Some little splats of silver would have been nice on it as well, but actually I don't think so. I do like it, I really do like it. It's nice, it's a nice little card. Sorry about the noise there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll try and get one done. I'm going to try and get one done every day. I'm going to bombard my Facebook page and my Bespoke Crafts Facebook page with cards that I've made and videos that I've made, and hopefully my subscription will go up. I think I've got 9, so more would be appreciated. Okay, so I would like to say thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you all again very soon, if not tomorrow. All right, thank you. Bye bye.